Enthusiastic Toastmasters, excited guests, auspicious evening. My name is Ruzbi Bashir, and I will be the Surgeon at Arms for today's meeting. I welcome you all to the 125th meeting of Indian Academy Toastmasters Club. Before we start the meeting, I would like to mention 3 ground rules which we follow in our Toastmaster meetings. Now, as our meetings are happening online because of the COVID pandemic, so these are our ground rules. Number 1, as Toastmasters, we don't talk about sex, religion, or politics. So please refrain from discussing these topics. Please put yourself on mute if you're not speaking. Please turn off your video if you're stepping out of the meeting. Each soul enters with a mission, and we all have a mission to perform. Likewise, our Toastmasters Club also has a mission. The mission of our Toastmasters Club is that we provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Prayer is your conversation with God and how you can develop a personal, meaningful relationship with the God of the universe who loves you. Let us listen to few words from the Holy Quran. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا إكراه في الدين قد تبين الرشد من الغي فمن يكفر بالطاغوت ويؤمن بالله فقد استمسك بالعروة الوثقى لا انفصام لها والله سميع عليم. Let there be no compulsion in religion. Truth stands out clear from the error. Whoever rejects evil and believes in Allah has grasped the most trustworthy handhold that never breaks, and Allah hears and knows all things. With that, I hand over the stage to our supporting pillar, ever pleasant, Toastmaster Kavita Raja. Over to you, Madam President.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ruzbi. According to our founder, Dr. Raj Smedley, understanding comes through communication, and through communication we find the way to peace. So with that note, I would like to call this meeting number 125 to order. Welcome, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. It's my privilege and pleasure to welcome you on behalf of our Indian Academy Toastmaster Club. Today, we are going to have a very beautiful and happiest session. In each and everybody's life, we should have some humor. Always happy make us to feel relaxed and comfortable. Today, our DTM Samira Khan, who is going to give a wonderful speech on the topic power of humor. DTM Samira Khan, who has been Toastmaster since 10 years and mother of 3 boys. DTM Samira Khan, can we have a few words, please?
Hi everyone, it's an absolute pleasure to be here. Good evening. I used to be from District 20, and then the partition happened, the Great Partition in 2017. Yeah, now I'm part of District 105 and I'm a member of 2 clubs here, Burj Toastmasters Club and Ajman Orators Club. And yeah, I am also a member of Tamil Sangam. So nice to be with all of you here, and I'm really looking forward to our session.
Thank you, DTM Samira Khan. We are also eagerly waiting for the session. And can I have a general evaluated Toastmaster Sinoj, a few words, please?
Good evening, everyone. Respected President, Toastmaster Kavita, my dear brothers, Toastmaster Randa and Toastmaster Renosh, all other Toastmasters, Cavaliers, once again, good evening to each and everyone. It's been an absolute pleasure and happy for me to be a part of this meeting. And I wish all the contestants and all the participants, the role players, everyone, all the very best. And I will be looking forward for a great session. Thank you, and back to President.
Thank you, our general evaluator, Toastmasters Sinosh. Today we have a lot of Gavaliers. I think we can have a chat with them at the end. I hope you are all waiting for the beautiful session. Please don't go away. Stay till the end. We need to talk a lot. So moving our next section, let me introduce our Toastmaster of the day. My Toastmaster Rajamanikam, working as an instrumentation engineer in Saudi Arabia, residing in Bahrain, passionate software developer, blogger at www.heyraja.com, blog at .com-raja TV, father of 2 princes, and my beautiful husband. Motto: discover, ignite, collaborate, enhance your purpose towards your passionate lifestyle. I hope he is going to rock the Toastmaster of the Day session today. Back to you, the Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Rajamanikam.
Thank you, Madam President, Toastmaster Kavita, and wonderful dynamic introduction. Enthusiastic Toastmasters, excited guest, auspicious evening. My name is Rajamanikam. I'll be the Toastmaster of the day. It is my responsibility to guide you all through these meetings. Let me first extend a warm welcome to our special guest all the way from Dubai. You will have a chance to volunteer in our meetings, and most of the Gavelers are most Gavelers are there. So you're always welcome for our volunteering meeting. Let's talk about theme of the day. Great ideas for content creation. Why this theme in this world? Can you see this? Let's start with code. One child, one teacher, one pen, and one book can change the world. Malala. It's my favorite code because that is the reason this small code, lots of inspiring me to write a blog, create the blog. So own blog I'm creating. You have something inside you, something you know, something you do, something you can teach. You already an expert. We are all here trying to impact the world in our own way. But if you don't start putting your message content out there, it's not going to change anyone's life. No matter how tough things get, putting your message out there, keep sharing your story, keep finding your voice, because this journey, this mission is not about us. It's about the people. They are the listeners. The people that you are working so hard to reach, they need you. They need your voice. They need your message. Your people are waiting to hear from you. Are you speaking to them? Today, I will share some of the few content ideas to inspire the audience to connect. Because what are the strategy I used last year? I'm just sharing my opinion. Of course, always feedback is welcome. Let's proceed with the meeting. There are 3 main sessions of today's meeting. Firstly, we have our new members orientation series workshop. In the second session, we'll have the education session, that is prepare speeches. In the third session, we'll have the general evaluation session of the meeting along with closing remarks from the president. So now I would like to introduce my tag team. That is introduce timer. Apologies, he submitted our apologies. So now I would like to invite timer Toastmaster Kavita to fulfill our vision. Time is key. To start and end the meeting on time, we have timer. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Kavita to explain her role.
Good evening, table topic master. and fellow Toastmasters. As a timer, I'll be formal speeches and the evaluator. I will alert each speaker on the timing they have left using the green, yellow, and red cards, which donates specific time remaining. For icebreaker, speech should be 4 to 6 minutes in length. At 4 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 5 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. At 6 minutes, I will raise the red card. The other speeches should be 5 to 7 minutes in length. At 5 minutes, I will raise the green card, and 6 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. At 7 minutes, I will raise the red card. The individual evaluation should be 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. At 3 minutes, I will raise the red card. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kavita. Our next tag team introduce Toastmaster Regina Ismail. Even though this is an English language Toastmaster club, our next role player listening your language usage. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Regina Ismail to explain her role.
Thank you, TMOD. Good evening, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guest. As a grammarian, I will note down all grammatical errors and reports on the grammar and the usage of memorable phrases at the end of the meeting. I will also check it out, the word of the day to be used during the meeting. Today, I'm going to introduce the word ameliorate. The spelling is AMELIORATE, which means to make better, to improve. So the usage of this particular word, ameliorate, which, for instance, I want to ameliorate my public speaking capacity by attending Indian Academy Toastmasters club meetings. I think this is the most suitable example for this particular word. So wish you all the best, all the speakers. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Regina Ismail. Next, introducing our counter, Toastmaster Malavika Santosh. Our next role player keenly watching our filler words. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Malavika Santosh to expand her role. Toastmaster Malavika.
Good evening, Toastmasters and fellow speakers. The purpose of the encounter is to note the words and phrases used, such as filler sounds or used as a crutch or filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words such as and well or so or no. I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase such as I or this means. At the end of the meeting, I will repeat a number of words repeated by each speaker or those who used these expressions. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Malavika. Next, today our wonderful general evaluator. Now let me introduce the next role player who will be doing the important role to monitor the overall conduct of the meeting and help the club to improve this valuable evaluation and recommendation. He has been a Toastmaster for 2 years, working in sales and marketing section at Catalog Safety and Mechanical Equipments. He is the Vice President Education of St. Paul's Toastmaster Club. And of course, he went for vacation to enroll the PhD, Research in Physics. Please help me welcome to Toastmaster Sinoj to explain his role as a GE for today's meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Raja. Good evening once again. As general evaluator, my role is to evaluate the meeting in general. I will call for the reports from the speech evaluators, timer, grammarian, and accountant. Also, I will comment on the quality of the evaluations given by the evaluators of the prepared speeches and table topics. Thank you, and back to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, G. Toastmaster Sinoj Stone. Now, moving on our education session, it is time for the most awaited session since a week, power of humor. The world is way too serious. Let's light up. In those days, my wife used to tell, you are always a castor oil face. So really, I don't know how to laugh because last 1.5 years, world forget about laughing. I'm very much excited for this workshop. I'm sure you will all would be. And we have the best person with us today to help us with that. Madam DTM Samira Khan, in Toastmaster in 10 years, part of the family, run business based in UAE, mother of 3 boys. She passionate towards love painting, hiking and attempting stand-up comedy. She represented District 20 in WCPS semi-finals at the Toastmaster International Convention in 2017, Bangalore, my favorite country. Thank you, madam. Over to you, Toastmaster Samira Khan.
Thank you, Tiamodi Raja. Very, very nice to be among young minds, young creative minds. It makes us all feel young. Humor, importance of humor in a speech. Actually, I just got the agenda today. I see that it's a 25-minute session. So we will be having literally IPL match here, 2020, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be a bit fast. I will have to omit some segment because the presentation that I have is a proper 45-minute session. So just be with me here, okay? Let's all get this together with as much quality as possible. I have attached a workbook. So the geeks in the group are welcome to use it. Since you're all students, most of you are, I believe, you must be very bored of PowerPoint presentations already. So I don't want to push more PPT now. So we can have fun you can have fun looking at my face. I would really appreciate if some of you can keep your cameras on if you are comfortable. Okay, only Toastmaster Rinosh is showing off his new suit. Yes, thank you, Toastmaster Reggie. Thank you, Raja. It'll be nice to see some faces, that's why. All right, let's start. Why do you think humor is important? You can use a chat box, okay, that will be nice. Why do you think humor is important in a speech? Let's shoot, 30 seconds. Yalla, yalla, jaldi, jaldi. You can use the chat box, you can unmute yourself and tell, but let's not take too much time because we don't have much time. Grab attention. Wonderful, yes. What else? What else? Why do you think humor is important in a speech? It grabs the attention of the audience. That's right. What else? Makes life more better. Definitely. For everyone, whether it is in a speech or at work or at home or in life in general, it makes life better. Increases the attention. Yes. It keeps your audience in your palm. Very good, Reggie. Kavita, we get more confidence. Definitely. When you see the audience smile or laugh, that means they have acknowledged what you've said. And that gives you so much confidence. It's nice to see smiling faces. That's why I wanted to see cameras. Look at that. Kavita is giving me her close-up smile. Nice. What else? To reduce stress. Yes, we are living in a world where every day the newspaper is full of problematic news. So it definitely reduces stress to have some humor in speeches. Wonderful. So all your ideas, all your suggestions are definitely what makes humor work. It breaks the ice. Most important, it breaks the ice. It lets the guard down. It makes you more human. When a person makes you laugh, it makes that person more human, more humble, okay? And it makes that person more likable. Don't you agree? And whatever your message is, whatever your story is, it makes that speech more relatable to the audience when you make them smile or laugh, okay? And basically it makes the entire speech lighter, okay? And humor, it doesn't have to be like haha, ROFL type, LOL type humor. No. If it can make your audience smile, that's it. That's the whole point. Okay, you don't have, it's not stand-up comedy kind of humor. You don't need that in a speech. Just make them smile. Now see how beautifully Rusby is smiling, same like that. All right. So quickly, I will go through some of the topics that you can attempt. Okay. What I usually get asked this question, what should I speak about? I don't have ideas to speak about in my speech. Does anyone face this problem? In a humorous speech, what should I speak about? Yeah. So quickly, I have some suggestions that you can try. This is what I usually do. First one, I have a workbook. If you want, you can open that. Otherwise, I will send you this PPT. Okay. Our shortcomings. What are your shortcomings? All of us have shortcomings. Okay. For example, I wear glasses. Okay. Many of us South Indians, especially, we are dark skinned. Okay. I used to get teased about it a lot when I was a child. My cousins used to actually tell me to drink Nerolac paint. Okay. Kavita is nodding. Maybe she was asked to. Okay. And I am quite thin. When I was in school, I was very, very thin. An auto driver in Kerala actually told my mother to feed us. Okay, maybe he thought that she doesn't feed us, things like that. So what are your shortcomings? Okay, Kevin has very beautiful hair. Okay, so things like that. Okay, see, I can see how many bulbs are there in his room. I'm just kidding, you know that, right? Okay, so what do you get teased about? Okay, well, what do you feel are your shortcomings? These are really funny for people to hear. Whatever makes you happy, your achievements, it's not going to make anyone laugh. People don't want to hear that. They want to hear how you fell down, how you made a fool about yourself, how you embarrassed yourself. That's funny for people. Your misery is my joy. My misery is your joy. That is a golden rule in humorous speeches. Okay. So just as we speak, whatever you can think of as your own personal shortcomings, okay, write them down. Some of us have physical shortcomings. Some of them have character-wise shortcomings. Maybe you are short-tempered, or you are a perfectionist. You have OCD issues. Okay, maybe I am not a good cook, actually. My husband keeps telling me, if it's been 15 years since we've been married, I cannot make a decent tea. I cannot make a decent cup of tea. He always teases about me to his parents. My wife can make 365 types of tea. Every day I make, it comes a dinner different taste. So, you know, these kind of shortcomings you may have. That is capability. Shortcomings when it comes to your capability. Character-wise shortcomings, you know, short-tempered or perfectionism. That's what I already mentioned. Okay, so that is one, our shortcomings. Second one, what you can talk about is your frustrations. What are your frustrations? I hate traffic. Most of us do. Okay. And I don't know about Bahrain, but in Dubai, we have number plates that are only numeric. The smaller the number, more important you are. Okay, you get me? So a number of 2526 is more prestigious and powerful than 25262. That one addition of 2 makes you a bit lower. Okay, so we see who is the car in front. Can I flash my light? Should I overtake? These kind of things. So people who have, and four-wheel drives, oh my God, the four-wheel drives on the road behave as if that road is their ancestral property. And the fast lane track is written in their name. That is their property and only they can drive on it. You can't go behind them. You will have to go in the slower track and overtake, which is dangerous. Okay, and it's so these kind of things really frustrate me. And shopping. I hate grocery shopping. Okay, you might wonder, yeah, she's a mother of 3 kids. How does she feed her kids? But yeah, I hate grocery shopping. My husband does all the shopping. And it's even more frustrating when he brings home things. He buys green chili for the entire building. Okay, that man doesn't know how to buy green chili in grams. He buys in kilograms. Okay. So I have to end up going. So things that has to be in grams comes in kgs. What has to come in kgs will end up coming in tons. So these kind of things frustrate me. What frustrates you? It could be your boss. It could be your neighbor. It could be driving. It could be flying. Oh, flying related humor is amazing. Okay, nowadays these budget airlines are there, yeah, but when we were in college and all, the budget airlines had not come. So as you enter the flight, you have to pass through the first class. You all remember? You have to pass through the first class and business class to go to the economy class. So, you know, people sitting in the first class and business class, the way they look at you, oh, it's such a condescending manner. They look at you. It's like, oh, you're not even worthy of standing in front of me. Just go, kind of look they give. But we are all breathing the same air. Everything is the same. But just because their seat is few inches bigger and they can stretch their legs, I understand that is a big deal, but still. So that is a very frustrating thing. Okay. So your frustrating experience is really hilarious to others. Write it down and share what you think about it, what you feel about it. What else? The people in your life. Okay. This could be your neighbor, your friends, your colleagues, your boss. Okay. Who else? Your relatives. Okay. Annoying uncle and aunts. Oh, so many things you can write about them. Okay. Grandparents. You can write. The thing is, don't try to be funny when scripting. Just write it. Add humor later. That's the biggest advice I have. Don't try to be funny while scripting your speech. Okay. Write it, then add humor. So think about the people in your life and think about the story behind these people, your interaction with them. Okay. Recollect it and try to write it down. What else? Everyday experience. Everyday experience. My everyday experience includes e-learning. I cannot wait for my kids to go to school. You know, it's very scary because I don't wear hijab and cover all my arms in the house. I wear t-shirts and remove my scarf in the house. I don't know which camera in the house is on. Okay, when they are in their computers in front of their teacher, I have to be careful, you know. So it's an everyday experience. And then laundry, cooking, cleaning, okay, work, driving to work. These are all everyday experiences. Going to the ATM, okay, going to the ATM and changing password, upper letter, lower letter, special character. By the time you change your password and you press the OK button, I forget what password I put. It has happened to me so many times. Okay, things like that. Everyday experiences can make us smile. Normal events gone wrong. Tell me about a normal event. Okay, what could go wrong in laundry? Let's take laundry. Let's use our chat box or you can unmute. Simple task like laundry. What can go wrong? She knows, just like I have done that mistake so many times. Putting black and blue and white together. White comes out gray. Okay, mixing colors, right?
True.
What else? What else could go wrong in a simple task like laundry? Have you tried putting your socks in? Many dress in one.
Yes.
So yeah, color bleeding. Yes. Color
Twisting.
bleeding is a common crime.
Twisting all the dresses, both the new and usual dresses.
What
Twisting.
goes wrong with that?
It's very difficult to separate all these dresses.
Separating.
According to
Okay.
me.
What else, Rinosh? Rinosh seems very experienced in messing up his laundry.
Sometimes you forget to remove the receipts or invoices or paper.
Oh,
or it gets into the
Yes.
washing machine, and then when you take your entire clothes,
That post-mortem is going to take you months, my boy.
it happened many times.
Yes, yes. Paper, tissue, shrinking of clothes. Yes, you put your socks, it comes out as baby socks. Yes, Kevin, you're right. Okay, so simple tasks gone wrong. All of us have messed up a very seemingly ordinary task. We have messed it up. Okay, all that is really nice for the others to hear. Okay, when I was a student, I entered a bus. That was the first time I was using public bus. This was in the US. And I did not know what to do when I entered the bus, and the bus driver was standing there as if he knew that, he thought that I knew what to do next. So I started putting coins in the coin slot. I started putting one and he kept looking at me. So I thought that's not enough. So I put one more quarter in and again he kept looking. So I put 4 quarters in. So that's $1. I thought, man, bus ticket should not be more than this. $1 is too much for a student. And then he's looking at me. What do you think you're doing? And he opened the machine and he started picking. It was a paper ticket machine. The paper comes out of that slot. I thought it was a coin slot. And I messed up that machine. I made a line behind. People started cursing me. I stopped taking the bus for the next 1 month. In short, I walked to my classes. Okay, so these are really normal thing. I messed it up so badly. Okay, what else? Yeah, so these are some of the topic suggestions I have for you. Your shortcomings, frustrations, people in your life, everyday experiences, normal events gone wrong. Now I will share some techniques with you, the how of adding humor to your speeches. Okay, for this, I have used this book called, A Handbook for Non-Humorists. And this is written by, why is it not coming? Brian Wolf. Did you see that? Brian Wolf. He's a 2-time international speech finalist at the World Championship of Public Speaking in Toastmasters. So I got this book and it's amazing. So he's shared 4 techniques. So that's what I am going to share with you. 4 techniques to add humor. The first one is, it's called asides in his book, but basically it's your observations, your dialogue, your explanation. Now in COVID, there is one thing I have observed. Before, people used to be very chivalrous. In my building, they hold the elevator door open when they see ladies walking in. Now, when they see people walking in, they close. They start pressing that close button. They look somewhere else and they start closing the, closing the elevator. As if they did not see us at all. As if we are we are a COVID patient walking towards the elevator. That's how they behave. The psyche has changed. Yes, so whatever is your observation, you can write. What else? Yeah. Oh yes, in grocery store, I have always seen this. I don't know there, but here, if in the tomato racks, okay, the ladies will relate to this. And by the way, even men do this. No bias. Both are equally guilty. If there is a tomato rack, they will not take the tomatoes that are closer to them. They will stretch their hands. They will take the tomatoes all the way in the end. Kavita is smiling. Raja does this, I know. Okay, they will take the onions all the way at the back. They will take the potatoes all the way from the back of the rack. What is there in the front, they will never take. It's as if, they have this mindset, okay, the potato comes fresh from the farm and they put it in the front of the rack. All the rotten tomatoes go behind. It's as if the mindset is that. I don't know why people do this. Milk, have you seen milk, how people check? They will check and they will keep it back and they will put their hands all the way behind the freezer. And people think the freshest ice creams are at the bottom of that salaja, that freezer. I don't know why they do this. So these are some simple observations I have made that really drives me crazy. Have you seen the speech by Josephine Lee? I will be there. I will be there. Okay, just look for, please search for it. Okay, Josephine Lee, I will be there. President, if you can find it and share it. Her entire speech is full of observations. Okay, it's very, very light-hearted speech. She got 3rd place that year. Take a look at that. So write down and do this on a daily basis. At night, before you go to bed, maybe take out 5 minutes and write down your observations for that day. It does not have to be funny. Just have a habit of writing down your observations. Okay, recently we wanted to take insurance. Okay. And I have never done the task of taking insurance. We've been talking to insurance agent and the conversation is very nerve-wracking. So if you die, your wife gets this much. And if your wife dies, your children get this one. I'm like, oh my God, it kind of kills you, that conversation. But it was very funny later on. So the first technique is asides. your comments, observations, dialogues, explanation, whatever is within your heart, you write down that. Okay. Now, the next one, self-deprecating. We all know this works wonders. Self-deprecating is somebody wants to tell me? Putting yourself down. Okay. When you put yourself down in front of the audience, it makes you more human, more likable. So self-deprecating humor can be related to your shortcomings. Okay. Your shortcomings related to your capability, etc. Okay. So tell me, pick out your shortcomings and tell me something about yourself. The chat box is open. You want to unmute yourself. Okay. Accept your flaws. Be proud about them. Anything. You can. None of us are perfect. Who is really bad at singing here? Yes, Rusby. How bad is your singing? Describe how bad. I can sing as bad as. Put a word. Donkey, crow. Okay. Things like that. Reggie, you wanted to say something?
No, I will say. So actually, I'm so much interested in singing, but whenever I sing, my brother immediately stops my mouth. See, there is song singing going on the TV. Shall I listen that one or yours? You often used to scold, but I never mind.
Brilliant, brilliant.
So,
He's worried
that's
that
the
the
one I
singer
want
on
to
the
share.
TV will faint listening to your voice. Good one. See, that's what. So you are comparing, you can, talk about your flaws. It makes you more likable and it puts the audience at a superior place. So, they feel nice and you become very likable in front of their eyes. Okay, being able to laugh at yourself is a very big strength. Not only in speeches, even at workplace, at home, etc. Okay. These are some of, I did this segment last year for my district. Okay. So these are some of the lines they came up with in the chat box. If mountains can move, then I would be the last. I make a joke, but I have to tell that I made a joke. Okay. I speak so fast, I fear being caught by a radar. Things like that. Now, the third technique. Let's go to the third one. So first we saw aside, second one self-deprecating. Third one is twist. Okay, this is very interesting and this really punches up your speech. Twist is you build a concept, you build a line, but the end of the statement you twist it into something unpredictable, unacceptable. It doesn't have to be funny, but that twist makes the whole joke funny. Okay, just here's an example, but this will not sound funny now because I'm telling you that it's an example, but you will understand. I come from a very conservative family, so I met my husband in a very traditional way, shadi.com. Okay, you get the gist. Okay, it takes the audience to in an unexpected twist. Okay, the diamond ring was beyond brilliant, beyond beautiful, and beyond my budget. Okay, the last part will be something unexpected. So that's called a twist. It's very simple, but the last part need not be funny. Just keep that in mind. Just make it an opposite. Hold on. I think I have some more examples here. Here.
I think this is always happening in some debates, I think.
Definitely. Twist is a very usually applied technique in many speeches. Hold on. Yeah, I can. Have you heard of Kwong? Kwong is also, he was also a finalist or something, right? Last year, Kwong from Australia. I had one of his speeches here. I'll just post it. Okay. He has lot of twists in this speech. I'll copy paste this in the chat box. When you get time, please watch it. Lot of twists in the speech. Okay. Oops. Yeah. So that's twist. Okay. You want to try some twists? I can put some examples here. We can work on some examples. Define happiness, just any of you. Define happiness. But it should not be the definition of happiness. Happiness is. It should be a very unexpected. Just 1 second. Yeah, 1 second. Free on the point. No problem. Sorry, I have a toddler here in the room. Happiness is last piece of ice cream cone. Okay, that is a nice happy statement. Happiness should be something else. Something else very unexpected. Last piece of ice cream cone is a very feel-good thing. Happiness is all the 3 kids sleeping. Happiness is husband on a holiday. Happiness is having your in-laws on the other side of town. How you can be so happy with all these things? Happiness is your boss telling you that, don't come for 3 days. Something like that. Happiness is talking with my mother and father teasing me. This is all touch, feel good happiness. Yeah, feel good happiness. Okay, this is getting connected.
But I don't feel that happy when they tease me.
Okay. Getting connected to Wi-Fi with no internet. That's good. That's good.
Happiness is seeing smile on our mother's face.
Very nice.
Because of-
After doing something that she doesn't like.
Yeah, because of us.
Fill that in.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? I can tell you other twists. Hold on. This book has a lot of good twists. I'm not afraid of dying. I just don't want to be there when it happens. These are all lines from World Championship speeches. So it's very nice. To drink or not to drink. Sorry, I shouldn't be talking this to students, but you're all adults. It's okay. To drink or not to drink, what a stupid question. Be nice to your kids. They choose your old age home. Don't worry about what people think. They don't do it very often. Okay, things like that. So it's a nice book if you want it. What else? So we are done with twists. Okay, you get the idea. Okay, complete this sentence for me. I took an IQ test. Just complete this sentence with a twist. The first part of the sentence is I took an IQ test. The second part can be an unexpected twist. I took an IQ test. The results were negative. The results were less than my room temperature. Okay, you can fill it with any twist in the end. Anyone wants to try something new? I took an IQ test. Gomati, you can do it. Give it a try. Okay, think about it. So we are done with asides, self-deprecating and twist, and I will share my last one and we will stop it there. There is no time for do's and don'ts. I can share it later on. The last one is something we all are very familiar with, exaggeration. Okay, what's exaggeration? blowing things out of life, blowing things out of proportion. Okay, it makes your speech really dramatic. Okay, for example, hold on. He was so tall. He was so tall. Anyone wants to complete this with something crazy? It's not a twist. It's an exaggeration. Come on, this is very easy. He was so tall. Fill it with something very dramatic. Yes, Renosh.
He was so tall that he could reach the roof of his house.
That is very decent exaggeration. You seem to be a very decent person. More.
That's the weakness.
Yeah.
He was so tall, I was afraid that his head would bump the sky.
Oh, too much, yeah, too much. Angel.
You can easily plug his so tall, so he can easily pluck coconut from the tree.
Good. Angel, you can make it a little more dramatic. He was so tall that, he had to bend down when a plane passed by. Okay. Crazy. So exaggeration, really, it doesn't have to be honest and, it doesn't have to be the actual fact. Okay. So don't worry about being, fact-worthy correct. That's fine. So exaggeration, what else? Hold on. I have some things here. You can complete it. His house was so huge. Complete this with an exaggeration.
That it could take a day to reach the other.
Oh, too good, Fatima. Very good. It could take a day to reach the other room. Okay, good. His house was so huge. Good one, Rusby. He was so tall that a giraffe would have to look up. Good one. See, the attempt is more important. So attempt it. His house was so huge.
His house is so huge, so we can play with a dinosaur.
Play with a dinosaur. How many dinosaurs? Okay, his house was so huge. Jurassic Park was a part of his living room. Things like that. What else? His house was so huge. Go on. Who else wants to try? His house was so huge. Okay. It gets really hot, right? It gets really hot in the Middle East. Okay. It was so hot this summer that completed. It was so hot this summer.
We can make a bull's omelette in rod.
Very simple exaggeration. You can make omelette on the road. What else? It was so hot this summer. I filled a cup in my tap and put tea bag inside. Okay, it was so hot this summer. There is one in this book. I think it was this book. I don't remember. There is one. It was so hot this summer that hens laid hard-boiled eggs. Okay, you can come up with as many creative ideas as you can. Go crazy with your exaggeration, and that makes the speech really bright. Okay, so these are the 4 techniques I shared. I have some other do's and don'ts. Do I have time? Can I go over it, timer?
Yeah, please, madam, you can get it.
Okay. So quickly, I will share some do's and don'ts, okay? So in humorous speech, not only for humorous speeches, even for your daily speeches, this is a very good strategy. Pen down your thoughts, because many times we hear something creative, we see something, we observe something, and then for me it happens. I think that, okay, the next speech, I have to write that, I have to include that, and then I forget. And then I started systematically writing down in a book like this. Okay, a small book. This is there near my bed in a drawer. So every day I take out time to write down my thoughts. Otherwise, I even write it down on my phone as well. Even you can take your voice recorder, just record it, and later on when you get time, you can write it down. So make it a habit to pen down your thoughts. The second one is know your audience. Okay, if you talk to a bunch of engineers about medical jokes, or if vice versa, it doesn't work. Okay, if you talk about your marital problems, for example, to a bunch of teens or cavaliers, it doesn't work. Okay, marriage related jokes, it doesn't work with a very young audience. So know your audience. Third one is keep it simple and short, especially your humorous lines. Long lines explaining the joke kills it. So keep it short and simple. Next one. If you don't find it funny, your audience will not find it funny. If it makes you laugh, it will definitely make the audience laugh or smile. Okay. Now I shared with you twists and exaggeration and all these things, all these techniques. Yeah. Before you tell your punchline, pause for a short duration. It adds a very big impact to your speech. Okay. Pause before your punchline, and just after you tell your punchline, freeze. Give audience the time to absorb it and enjoy the joke. Okay. So pause before, freeze after. Okay. Now you take time preparing and all that, and the audience they don't laugh. It's okay. Just behave as if nothing happened and move on. It's okay. So don't worry about that. Use dialogues in your speech. Okay. Dialogues make your speech colorful. They can imagine, okay, the whole thing, they can imagine it going on in their head in front of them. So dialogues makes the speech more colorful. It makes the speech more dramatic. Okay, makes the speech more lively instead of narrating it. Then he said, then she said. So move your body and have a dialogue within your speech. Don't laugh at your own jokes. It kills the humor actually. So don't laugh at your own jokes. The next one is rehearse, record, review, repeat. I cannot stress on this more. Watching your own recording is quite a cringeworthy experience, but it really helps you see where you need to improve. So really rehearse it in front of a camera, record that, of course, and watch it. And then your speech video is your best judge. Okay, your mentors can help you, but your speech video will help you more. The recording of your speech video. Okay. And after doing all this rehearsing, recording, reviewing, repeating, practicing and everything, when you present your speech on the stage, it should be as if you are presenting it for the first time. That freshness should be there. That's a mental preparation. So so present it as if you're presenting it for the first time. So these are some of the tips that I have. I hope these were useful for you. If you have any questions, is there a Q&A? If you have any questions, I can give you my email address. You can ask me later. Okay, it was an absolute pleasure talking to all of you. Very nice to see smiling faces. I missed the stage experience really, and I hope to see you all in person someday when you come to Dubai or when I come to Bahrain, inshallah. Back to you, Raja, the king.
Thank you, DDM Samira madam. Definitely, I will start my humorous speech also. The great tips all the way from Dubai. Please accept our appreciation. Kavita will share the certificate here. Please, DTM Samira, kindly accept our certification of application.
I'm trying to. It's not coming out of the screen.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I will send it. No problem.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, madam. Dear leaders, wonderful workshop. So we will move on our education session. We have an interesting bunch of prepared speeches waiting for us from all the way from Dubai, India, Bahrain, now completed from Dubai. Our first speakers today, none other than our club coach, my favorite friend, Toastmaster Renosh, who is an IT professional. His topic is Look Deeper, and it's going to be evaluated by Toastmaster Rusbi Bashir. I requested Toastmaster Rusbi Bashir to read out purpose of the speech project. Over to you, Toastmaster Bashir, Rusbi Bashir.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. My speaker today, Toastmaster Enosh Thomas, is doing his project 2, Dynamic Leadership, Level 5, and the topic of the project speech is Look Deeper. The purpose of this project is for the member to apply the skills needed to successfully lead in a volunteer or other organization. The purpose of the speech is for the member to share some aspects of his or her experience as a leader and or the impact of the 360-degree evaluation. Good luck, and over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rusbi. Our timer ready. It gives me great pleasure to call upon our Toastmaster Enosh Thomas to give us Project 2 Level 5, speech title, Look Deeper. Look Deeper, Toastmaster Enosh Thomas.
Thank you. Just before I start, can I ask the timer that my speech is 7 to 10 minutes? So just put the green at 7, the amber at 9, and red at 10. All right. Thank you. I'll start. Remember the day that you went on the stage for the first time to give your speech or a song? Do you remember the first time that your project manager told you, go and lead that project team? Or do you remember the first time that you had to go and take a class for your students? When you do a thing for the first time, we all have zero experience. But does low self-esteem, the pressures, the fear of failure get the better of you? The question is, don't let the outside forces overtake your feelings. Look deeper. Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters, Gaviliers, guests. Good evening. It was the year 1979, July, when a group of scientists in ISRO was planning to launch their first ever satellite in orbit. Thousands of people for 10 years under a mission director was planning to do so. The day arrived. T-5, T-4, T-3, T-2, T-1, and T-40 seconds, and suddenly the computer said, there is a problem in the control system. Don't launch. What would you do in such a situation? Would you give up? Would you take a risk? The mission director had 6 experts with him, and they said, it's okay. We did all the calculations and it's okay to go ahead. Now, mission director had to think, 6 experts or the computer. And he said, I stick with my 6 experts and let us launch. And he launched the satellite. First stage was successful. Second stage, instead of going onto the orbit, it went into the Bay of Bengal. Failure. The then ISRO chairman, Satish Dhawan, said to this mission director, come, let us go for a press conference. Oh my God. Press conference for a failure, people will point at me. But Satish Dhawan in the press conference said, I know we failed today and I take the responsibility, but I know I have a team behind who is successful and dedicated, and next year we will launch it. And truly said so. July 18th, 1980, the very next year, the same team under the same mission director successfully launched that satellite into the orbit. And after that, immediately, Satish Dhawan called this mission director and said, we will have the press conference again, but this time you go and do the press conference. Toastmasters, did you see something here? There was a leader Satish Dhawan, during the time of failure, he went and took the responsibility. But when it became successful, success went to his team. That mission director was none other than the 11th President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Leaders don't create followers, they create more leaders. Quoted Tom Peterson. My project today is to share some of my experiences in my professional life to you, to explore, to ameliorate what it means to grow from where you are to become a successful leader. It was the year 2014 when our company was acquired. Yes, acquired. And those who have been in M&A know what it means. Am I going to stay behind? Am I going to be kicked out of the organization? Well, that was a very tough year. And they were looking for a project management officer, manager to have the complete integration of both the organizations. And whom did they choose? They chose me. From the entire 100 people, they chose me to lead the integration of both the companies together. Two different companies, two different systems, two different processes, resources entirely different. It was the biggest challenge of my professional career. I did not know where to start, whom to talk to, whom to get suggestions, advices, because this wasn't done before. But regardless, we prepared a project plan, took it step by step, broke down the projects into subtasks. I got all my subject matter experts to help me because we cannot be experts in everything. You need people to help you all. And believe me, in 14 months, it was the first time, and it's a unique experience that I had in my career to lead a team for integrating two companies together, which hardly people get this opportunity. So believe me, it was a step that I took on that day to lead the team, and I did not back up. And today I learned and I gained experience from that. Last year, 2020, we all know the pandemic hit us. Did it come with a notice period? No, it came as a surprise. And salute to all those healthcare workers, government initiatives that brought people together. Leaders don't just do different things, they do things differently. This life is like a gym membership, but a very difficult cancellation policy. The question is, in times of difficulties, stand tall, put your chin up, broaden your shoulders, and grab that trophy that says, I will succeed. Yes, I will succeed. Toastmasters, the question is, do you listen to the sounds of your surroundings, to the voice that depreciate you, or do you want to ameliorate yourself? Look deeper. Toastmaster of the day.
Wow, wonderful memories. I privileged to say I am with Renosh under City Center projects. Really wonderful. I enjoyed the 1-year project under Renosh. Thank you, wonderful speech. Next, moving on, our second speaker for the today, none other than our own Indian Academy student, Toastmaster Safa Fatima. Her topic is success. Is it luck or hard work? And it's going to evaluate by Toastmaster Regina Ismail. I requested Toastmaster Regina Ismail to read out the purpose of the speech project. Over to you, Toastmaster Regina.
Thank you, Tia Modi. Good evening once again. My speaker, Toastmaster Safa Fatima, on the topic, success, is it luck or hard work? She's going to do her project 2, level 1. It is 4 to 6 minutes. And the timer, please check it out, her timing. And let's listen according to her what is success. Let's welcome Toastmaster Safa Fatima. Over to you, dear Modi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajina Ismail. It gives me great pleasure to now call upon Toastmaster Safa Fatima to give her Project 2, Level 1. Speech title is Success, is it luck or hard work? Success, is it luck or hard work? Toastmaster Safa Fatima.
Who all wants to become a millionaire? Everyone, isn't it? Now, who's actually willing to work hard in order to achieve it? I don't think anyone. So, good evening, Toastmasters and dear XCOM members. Today, I'm here not to give an inspiring speech, neither am I a motivational speaker, but I would like to share my observations on how some people try to ameliorate their financial condition without much effort and how it's supposed to be. Why do people want to become a millionaire but still not want to work hard? It could be because we always look for the shortcuts in our life, be it completing a task, completing a puzzle, reaching a place. We always look for the easy way out. Now, in order to achieve a millionaire dream, there are ways. Either we can earn it legally by working hard or illegally by some criminal activity. Now, we don't want to end up in prison, right? So that's ruled out. Now, we have an option of being born into a very wealthy family, like Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, etc. Now, that's not possible, at least not in this life. So that's also ruled out. Now we're left with the only option of working really hard, which may take ages to reach. Now consider a middle-class family. People normally work years in an office and struggle to maintain a minimum bank balance. So this indicates that even when we work hard for many years, doesn't necessarily mean we are on the verge of becoming a millionaire. It may take time, maybe years, maybe at the age of our retirement. And even then, our energy system may not support us. So while we explore this plethora of choices that we have, the easiest legal way maybe is to try our luck. You may have heard about people hitting a jackpot, winning thousands, millions of dollars as raffle prize money. Now, this is all a case of luck. Now, let me tell you another instance that had happened in Gurugram, a village in India. There was a rumble in the sky and a large thud that shook the villagers. And they were wondering what had happened. A villager was on the field when a huge rock fell onto the ground and formed a huge crater. Now, was it a missile, a bomb, or meteor? Nobody knew. Some people thought that it was a really rare mineral. So they sneaked a few pieces into their homes, showed it into the refrigerator. Now, with the hope of changing their fate overnight, what they did was they went and approached the meteorological department. And the people came from the meteorological department and visited the village and revealed the fact that this mineral that the whole village was talking about was actually blue ice, a term which is used for this frozen waste material from an aircraft. So the moral of the story is that luck doesn't always favor us. The moment we depend upon luck rather than hard work, things really start going south. Now, the other reason that people don't try to work hard could be the fear of failure. Chris Gardner utterly failed his first attempt, but due to his persistent efforts, he was able to move from a homeless man to a multimillionaire investor. Tesla's CEO, Elon Musk, was rejected by both Netscape and PayPal. He said, failure is an option here. If you're not failing things, it means that you're not innovating enough. Now, today we are not on the verge of achieving a millionaire dream, but certainly we are much closer in achieving success with more efforts, hard work, learning from failure, and enjoying what we do. Success and happiness doesn't lie in the mere possession of money. It lies in the joy of achievement and the thrill of actually completing something all the secret of success doesn't lie. All the secret of success doesn't work unless you try. Thank you.
Wow, Fatima, Safa Fatima, your transformations happened within just 2-3 meetings. Fantastic. Really inspiration speech. Our third speaker for the today, none other than our Indian Academy student, Toastmaster Nasha Sasan, currently all the way from India. She is my best speaker. Her topic is pins and needles. And it's going to be evaluated by my own favorite coach, Toastmaster Renosh. I request Toastmaster Renosh to read out the purpose of the speech project. Over to you, Toastmaster Renosh.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Once again, good evening, fellow Toastmasters, Gaveliers and guests. The speaker is going to present a project, a speech on any topic, receive feedback and apply the feedback to a second speech. The purpose of the speech is for her to demonstrate that she has applied the feedback received from her first speech. I wish the speaker, Toastmaster Nasha, the very best. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Renosh. Without further ado, it gives me great pleasure to call upon Toastmaster Nasha Sasan to give her Project 2 Level 1 speech title, Pins and Needles. Pins and Needles. Toastmaster Nasha Sasan.
Am I audible? Too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fears. Master of Ceremonies, fellow Toastmasters and guests, warm good evening to you all. My attachment to pins and needles has a long connection right from my birth. When I was born as a premature baby, at 7 months, I was kept in a neonatal ward for almost 40 days. I was injected with needles throughout my body. One needle for the saline, one needle for the plasma, one needle giving me the much needed courage and confidence. My fear towards needles still continued, but never knew when I developed a passion towards piercing. I am not that fanatic like the Guinness Book of World Records holder for the most number of piercing, Rolf Buchholz. The German man has over more than 450 piercing in his body. Long before piercing, a funny incident happened in my life. It was in the year 2005. I was just 2.5 years old. While playing, I accidentally swallowed a safety pin. With no time, I was driven to American Mission Hospital. The X-ray revealed that the safety pin was safely lodged in my stomach without causing much hassle. After 2 days, the safety pin was released safely. Whereas my first piercing was in the year 2007, which was common amongst all girls. It was in my 5th year. Within years, I started developing a passion towards piercing. I would admire all my cousins and friends who had their ear pierced. Few years later, in 2015, 1st March, it was my birthday. And as usual, my parents asked for the gift I wanted. When I told them, they were a bit surprised, rather shocked. I had asked for my second piercing. Since I was afraid of needles, they were a bit hesitant. because I feared injection right from my childhood. I wanted to overcome that fear. The very next year, I was in 9th grade, and very next birthday, I had asked for the same gift, my third piercing. Everyone gave their opinion. It will damage my nerves. It will look ugly. It could cause severe infection. Nothing deterred from going my third piercing. My mom agreed that it would be our last piercing. The latest piercing happened in recent days in Trichy. Now, in 2021, my passion started once again. This time, I convinced my grandmother that I need one more piercing. My grandma approved, and surprisingly, my grandfather too. But my Hitler mom strictly said no means no. But still, my fight continued. I was begging my grandmom, and finally, my mom also agreed. I went to a salon to get my last and final piercing. I hope so. And I'm finally happy getting it. Too many of us are not living our dreams because we are living our fear. Back to you, Tia Modi.
Wow, what a transformation. we witnessed your transformation, Masha. Very good speech.
Thank you.
We have been listening to intense content. Okay, let's move on. My team little. We have been listening to intense content for quite long time. Humorous as well as ups and downs is there. Here is some few ideas of content curations. I think hopes everyone follow my background, right? Let's move on next. I could like to our guest from all the way. I need some request. I could like to request our guest from almost now India. She's from Coimbatore. She's my coach for YouTube channel, how to create a YouTube channel. And I could like to speak some words with Gomadi Balakrishnan. Please, madam. Madam, you are in mute actually.
Thank you so much, Raja, for giving me the opportunity to join along with all these wonderful speakers over here. This is the first time that I'm seeing these many speakers in one forum and speaking on different titles and in different modes. And so as soon as I joined, I was thinking like what kind of what is Toastmaster and what they are going to speak, because I don't have any idea about Toastmaster, but seriously I could see there is lots and lots of learning about speaking in this forum. So I could see like you all people are the witness for the same, and seriously I started to think whether I can also join along with you people. But I never expected that the speaking is, should have these many qualities. First of all, I thought like it's just speaking, but the speaking is also needs lots and lots of practice and homeworks that needs to be done, which actually can give us lots of improvements in our speaking with respect to all the modes of speaking. Maybe it can be in a stage or it can be in a group. So I'm so happy to join with you as a guest today. So thanks a lot, Raja, for giving me the wonderful opportunity. Thank you so much. So by the way, all the very best, all the speakers, and I really appreciate all of your efforts. So good luck, keep going.
Thank you, Gomadi Balakrishnan. I think we would like to book your YouTube next workshop. How to create a YouTube successfully 4 months. She got some $250.
Sure. Thank you, Ranjan.
Welcome. Next, move on. Thank you. Next, with that, we move on to the final session, that is general evaluation session by our esteemed guest, Toastmaster Shino John Thomas, who will be helping us with his experience by evaluating the overall meeting conduct. Over to Toastmaster Shinoj.
Thank you, Toastmasters of the day. Good evening once again. It was a very great experience for me to be a part of this meeting. When I was joining this meeting, I was thinking what would be the surprises that Toastmaster Raja and Indian Academy will be having in this session. And to be frank, this was one of the best meetings that I have attended, full of energy, full of lively humor. One of the best meetings that I have attended recently, I could easily say. And when it comes to evaluations of this meeting, that meeting started exactly on time. Even if there were some role plays were missing and all, still we were able to manage the time, and we managed to start the meeting exactly at 4:01. It was a very dynamic effort from all the role players to start the meeting on time. And all the role players did a very great effort. When it comes to Sergeant at Arms, it was a very fabulous effort from Sergeant at Arms. We had a vibrant Sergeant at Arms, and she started the meeting with a word of prayer, which quoted, "Let not evil or legion guide us, but love and God may guide us." A very true and motivational quote or thing that we all should follow. And I suggest all the Toastmasters meeting should be starting with this word of prayer, because without God, we are all nothing. Next, when it comes to the Toastmasters, the president, she introduced the guests and welcomed each and every one of each of the guests, and she welcomed all of them. And the way she introduced the Toastmaster of the day was really surprising, because it was awesome, as if they know each other for a very long time. And it was really astonishing how they know both Toastmaster of the day and the president know each other this much deeply. And when it comes to Toastmaster of the day, no words to say, full of energy, and opened with a quote and maintained the energy as well as humor throughout the meeting. And timer also did a very good job. And since she was the backup, there was slight hesitations in showing the timer cards or a virtual background. But while she was explaining the timer role, it would have been better if she could have used the timer backgrounds or virtual backgrounds or timer cards, so that it could be having a better, more understanding for the speakers or the participants on how the timer cards will be useful. And when it came to grammarian and accounter, they explained their role very well. The word of the day was explained very well. The accountant also explained his role very briefly. And I could suggest that if the word of the day could have been displayed in between, throughout the meeting, in between, people could have used this word of the day frequently. And we may have also used the chat box for using the word of the day. And when it came to the humorous section, I would say it will be the one of the best humor session that I could have attended recently. Most of the workshops will be like using PPTs and consuming much time and all, but it was completely different. This humor session that was engaged by Toastmaster was really encouraging, really lively, and to be frank, it was one of the best and humorous session that I could have attended recently, full of energy and without any back support or something, anything she could use. There was a continuous flow of words, continuous flow of energy, humor, everything was lively. And to make someone cry is very easy, but to make somebody laugh, it is very, very difficult. And I guess our humorous workshop speaker, she had a great capability of making people enjoy and laugh. And this is one of the great potential that she is having. Really appreciating on that. Now after that we had the 3 great speakers. All the speakers did a very great job. And I could suggest that after each speaker, if we could have given 1 minute of silence for our participants to share their views and feedbacks on the chat box, it would have been better. So I would suggest in the future meetings, if after every speech or after every speaker, if we could give 1 minute of silence so that the participants can share their feedback, it will be very much helpful for the speakers in their future speeches. Apart from that, the meeting was really well. And I would like to call the timer to give the time reports of the 3 speakers. Let me call upon Toastmaster Narayana Swami to give the time reports of, Toastmaster Kavita Rajamanikyam to give the time report of the 3 speakers.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Toastmaster Rinosh Thomas took 7 minutes 20 seconds. And Toastmaster Safa Fatima took 4 minutes 29 seconds. And Toastmaster Nasha Sashan took 5 minutes. Thank you. Over to the Toastmaster.
Thank you, timer. Next, let me call upon the individual evaluators of the 3 speakers. First, let me call upon Toastmaster Rusbi Bashir to evaluate Toastmaster Rinosh on the speech title, Look Deeper. Toastmaster Rusbi Bashir, the stage is yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Toastmaster Rinosh Thomas. Before I start evaluating his speech, let me say this. You have always been a perfect role model for me. You never fail to stop smiling or abandon that calmness while you speak. I still remember the first meeting I saw you in. It was during the spacecraft introductory meeting, which was conducted by the Indian Academy. You were so jovial, and it was an interactive session, which was the major reason which made me join the spacecraft, and now here I am. Since forever, I've been waiting to listen to a speech from you, and I got that today, and I'm happy enough to be evaluating that. Coming to the speech, the first set of thought-provoking questions you threw at us drew our attention towards you. You've used the stage well. You remembered to smile throughout the session. You shared an interesting story and also shared your experiences and explained us how you benefited from it. It was a huge opportunity for us to learn from it. You ended the speech by inspiring us with yet again a thought-provoking question. Before we started the session, I was determined to find points to ameliorate. And I know that's not the way to do an evaluation, but it was a challenge to myself that I'd find at least one. But to no wonder, I couldn't find any. Great work, Toastmaster Rinosh. Keep motivating us and doing wonders. Looking forward for more. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Toastmaster Shinod, you're on mute.
Sorry for that. Thank you, evaluator, Toastmaster Rusbi. Next, we do have our second evaluator, Toastmaster Regina Ismail, to evaluate Toastmaster Safa Fatima with the speech title, Success is it luck or hard work? Toastmaster Regina Ismail, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Toastmaster Safa, it was excellent speech. Yes, success is the accomplishment of our aim. So her topic was success is depends luck or hard work. From her speech, we could understand, or we can conclude that luck is not a factor. Hard work, of course, hard work. If we want to achieve success, we should hard work. So I could see that she I can't. She kept eye contact and she did well, and success that each person's I'm extremely sorry. The definition of success is different to different persons. If some persons have success is achieving academic excellence and getting a good career, and some of the based on some others, we can see that having a good savings. But luck is the anyway. Thank you so much. Good job, Safa. Thank you. I'm extremely sorry. My kids were fighting there, so.
Thank you, Toastmaster Regina. Now, next we do have the third evaluator, Toastmaster Rinosh Kurian Thomas, to evaluate Toastmaster Nasha Sabsan with the speech title, Pins and Needles. Toastmaster Rinosh Kurian Thomas, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Where can I see my speaker, Toastmaster Nasha? Wow, it still rings in my ears, pins and needles, though it did not pierce my ear or anywhere, but it really pierced into the thoughts of all of us. So well done, Toastmaster Nasha. The topic itself was intriguing. Pins and needles. And of course, as a person, I'm not into pins or needles, whether it be stitching or whether it be do anything of that sort, I'm not into it. When I went to hear about your speech and as you went into it, you started speaking about piercing. Again, I'm not used to it. I've never done piercing. So something that I never ever thought of it. So it's good to share your experience. And I love the fact that you started when you were very young, from 2.5 years onwards till this year, you have been sharing the entire experience of piercing. I'm sure if we had given you an hour, definitely you would have told us your experiences in detail and made us more humorous. The moment you said you swallowed a pin when you were 2.5 years to actually piercing your ear when you were in your teens, how the transition had changed. If it was me, I would have been afraid of pins. If I had swallowed something in young, I would never thought of getting into piercing. And I also found the way that you had a persistent and a continuous aim. I want to get pierced. I want to get pierced. Now you talk to your mom, you talk to your dad. So you know the shortcut is not going to happen. You went to your grandmother. So there's a persistent way of you getting to what you want. And I found your speech had points of humor as well. And that brought the attention of the audience. Very well done in that. I think today's workshop really took its sense, I felt, in your speech as well. You give quote, too many of us fear to live our dreams. Good voice clarity, good confidence, humor, and well throughout, you gave your speech according to your speech title. Areas where I would like you to just note so that you can take your speech to a greater level is I would appreciate if you could give your speech standing so that you can use your hand gestures and body movements better to create more effect. Obviously, you are a good speaker, but create a more effect by your gestures. and you have a very good clarity, I would like you to look at voice modulation. Lower your speech when you want to, hit the high notes when you want to, depending on where it makes sense, right? With these two things, I'm sure you'll be a great speaker, good voice clarity, good confidence, a humorous speech, work on standing and giving your next speech, gestures and voice modulation. With that, you'll be a great speaker. All the very best, Toastmaster Nasha. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Evaluator, Toastmaster Enosh. Now let me call upon our timer, Toastmaster Kavita Rajamanikyam, to mention the time taken by the 3 evaluators.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Toastmaster Rusby took 2 minutes. Toastmaster Regina Ismail took 2 minutes. And Toastmaster Enosh took 3 minutes, 10 seconds. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, timer. Now let me call upon the tag team. The counter of the day, Toastmaster Malavika Santosh, to give her counter report.
Only Rusby has used 3 timers.
Thank you, counter. Now let me call upon the grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Regina Ismail, to explain her role.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening once again. Toastmaster Enosh include the word of the day, that is ameliorate, during his speech. Then I think he made a minute mistake, that is integration of both companies together instead of integration of both companies. And Toastmaster Safa, she also included the word of the day in her speech. And I couldn't see in Nasha's speech the word of the day. And she used still my fight, continue, alternatively continued. That's it. Over to you, G.
Thank you, grammarian, for the precise evaluation. Now let me wind up. Before that, let me tell that it was a very wonderful meeting, a quality and lively meeting. And I would request all the ExCom members to maintain this energy and spirit in the upcoming meetings also. And I'm sure under the leadership of Toastmaster Raja and all the ExCom teams, this will be possible and you can show wonders in the future meetings and also as well as in the future. By this word, let me hand back the control back to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Raja.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sinoj, General Evaluator, all the way from India. Perfect. We will accept your everything. We will fine tune our next meetings. Dear leaders, can you vote for best speakers, best evaluators, and role players? Yes, here we go for best speakers. Yes, a little tie. I think we will close 3, 2. I think 80% done. Can you please vote for best speakers, audience, and leaders, guest? Guest week, you can, no problem. Okay, we'll go for next. We'll go for next poll for best evaluators. Dear guests and dear leaders, please vote for best evaluators. Thank you. And going good. 3, we are closing the poll. 3, 2, 1. Thank you guys. And we will go for next. Best auxiliary players. Dear guests, leaders, EXCO members, please can you vote for best auxiliary players? Wow, wonderful. Almost 80% of vote completed. Yes, done 85, 90. Wow, great. We'll closing the poll. 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much for guests and leaders. To the end of the poll. Yes, we will conclude our meeting. We will share the participant and award certification later because of current technical issues there. So let me invite my best staff for announcing the results. President Toastmaster Kavita.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Before going to the results, there are a lot of cavaliers who have been still there till the end. So I want to talk few words with them. Who is ready? Everybody muted their videos. 1 minute. Toastmaster Sudhinda. Our humorous champion, long time, sir. Can you unmute yourself? I think he's little busy. Let me go with the Toastmaster Khalid Amin.
Yes, hello, hi.
Nice to have you, sir. Few words,
Thank
please.
you. Thank you for having me. Actually, I joined very late. So I think the impression of the meeting will be very brief, but it's always good to see my fellow Toastmasters. You know, it's the best place on earth, I call it. So wonderful people. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Khalid. We are missing you so much because in every Toastmaster meeting, wherever I go, I used to see you. But because of this pandemic, really, we could not see you. Thank you so much for coming, sir.
Well, it's fortunate and unfortunate, you know,
Yeah.
Unfortunate because we cannot see each other in person, but fortunate that now we are in touch with the whole world, you know, people from different countries, you know, like I know that even in this meeting, you have people from different places. So we could always look at something with a positive attitude, you know, but the good days are yet to come, as our king said.
Yes, sir. Very true.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Toastmaster Gavalio Guruvila Jacob, can I have few words, please?
Angel Charles.
Okay, Gavalia Angel Charles. Please unmute yourself.
Yes,
Good evening, dear.
good evening.
Gabriel Angel, you can share your feedback, how did you find it?
I found it very nice, especially the workshop. It was very informative, and I would also like to try a humorous speech one day. And that's all. I found the meeting very interesting. Thank you.
Thank you, Angel.
We are going to announce the result. Results are ready.
Are you guys ready? The best speaker award goes to, any guesses? Okay, let me tell. I'm so excited. The best speaker award goes to Toastmaster Nasha Sashan. Award and the best evaluator award. Thank you, it's my pleasure, dear. The next best evaluator award goes to, it's none other than Toastmaster Rusby. Next role goes to me. I have to clap myself. Thank you. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Okay. So, sorry for the glitch. We are using double laptops. Okay. Really, today is a wonderful session, and we could like to have some videos, photographs. Please switch on your videos. Please. Dear guests, also, please. Thank you. Thank you. Three.
I should say cheers. Cheese, smile, something.
Cheers or
Cheese.
Cheers. Sorry, cheese. That was no. We are in young minds. No, we have to use to talk. Okay. Next second. Thank you so much. And then we could like to adjourn our meeting with our president.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Actually, today we had a very good session for humor. We are not going to try humor. We are getting more points today. I have noted many things in next meeting because I want to do something in humor. I want everyone to smile. When others smile, we will also get more positive vibes. So I want to try. I got today many points. Let me try it in next meeting. I hope everyone will also use the same. And Toastmaster Nasha, you did really well. I was in your speech, I actually forgot the time. Not only for you, today I made mistake for Rinosh also. I was confused with 5 to 7 minutes. That's what the mistake I made it today. Sorry, Toastmaster Rinosh. And your speech was really good. I forgot that I was a timer. Sorry for that. You also did very good. I was really happy that my fellow Toastmasters are getting better and better. Even it's all making me to grow more. So in next speech, I will give much better. Then with this note, shall I order the meeting number? Adjourn the meeting number 125. Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Sinosh.
Thank you, President.
Sorry. Thank you, Toastmaster Gomadi. I saw you in the beginning, then sorry. And thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you so much, both of you, Kavita and Raja.
And thank you so much, all Cavaliers. because we are using both laptop. No, I could not hear what I am telling. That's what this much confusion here.